What's up, Achievers? Jason Pack here, and today we're talking about ankle mobility. Alright, so you might be wondering why I'm standing up right now when our usual setup is to be sitting down. It's because we're turning our office into a nursery. Turns out having a baby requires a lot of stuff, so we got rid of our desk, we put in a crib, we got in a rocking chair, so a little less books, a little less furniture, a little more Fisher-Price. Less office supplies, more stuffed animals, and less stationery, more onesies. So same quality information, just slightly different setup. All right, so today we're talking about ankle mobility, and ankle mobility is one of those things that seem to be very trivial. It's just one joint, but it's one joint that has a huge impact on the way you run, on the way you can squat, on the way you perform all sorts of exercises in the gym. It has a massive impact, and it's for that reason we get asked so many questions on how someone can improve their ankle mobility. And so today I'm gonna outline a 3-step process that we use with our members at Achieve in order to maximize their ankle mobility. And step number 1 is to improve overall foot stability and awareness. I'm going to talk about some ankle mobility drills later on in this video, but all the ankle mobility drills in the world won't help improve the mobility in your ankles if you don't actually improve your foot stability first. One of the ways we like to improve foot stability is by bringing awareness to what's called the tripod foot. What you're going to do is you're going to set up with your foot firmly planted into the ground. And you're gonna lift your toes up, just your toes of your foot, and what that's gonna do is create some tension throughout the bottom of your foot, and it's actually gonna create some semblance of an arch. Now, if you have a pretty flat foot, it's not gonna be this crazy arch. It might just lift up just a little bit, and that's totally fine. But once you create that arch, what you wanna do is just gently place the toes back down. You don't want to death grip or claw the floor. That's a compensation. What you wanna do is just gently relax the toes back down into the floor. Now, the reason why it's called a tripod foot is because there's 3 main points of contact, and that's right below the base of your big toe. That's also right below the base of your pinky toe, as well as your heel. Those are the 3 points that I want you to think about. Now that you have better awareness of foot stability, now we want to increase your ankle mobility. Our go-to drill for improving ankle mobility is something that we call a wall ankle mobility drill. What you're going to do is you're going to set up with your right foot directly up against the wall. You want that foot perfectly straight. And from there, you're going to glide your knee over towards your pinky toe, tap the wall, and then bring it back over your ankle. You're gonna repeat that process for a couple more repetitions. If you find it really easy, what you can do is just scoot your foot back about ½ an inch or an inch or so. You wanna repeat that process of sliding your foot back until you can barely reach the wall, but with good form. What good form entails is keeping your foot straight, so not letting it flare out to the side, or letting the heel pick up. Most people are somewhere in the 0 to 2 inch range away from the wall. Eventually, we want to get to a point where you're about 3, 4, 5 inches away from the wall. The reason why we want that knee pointed out towards the pinky toe is because it helps to preserve that arch that we were talking about before. So before you actually even attempt this drill, make sure you establish your tripod foot, and then really make sure that that knee continues to glide over the pinky toe. Now, you can perform this in full-on repetitions, you can hold it at end range, or you can oscillate back and forth at end range as well. Whichever method you choose, try to stay about 1 to 2 minutes per side and try to perform this exercise daily. Now, some of you, while performing the wall ankle mobility drill, might get a little bit of a pinch, some sort of blocking sensation as you're trying to glide the knee forward. And what that might be caused by is something called impingement. What impingement basically is a bony block. You're basically getting blocked by one of the bones in your ankle here, and it's preventing you from getting more range of motion. One thing you can do to help alleviate this is place a mini band around your ankles. Do your best to slide the band down as low as possible on your ankles. And from there, instead of kneeling, what you can do is be in a standing position. And the tension from the band is actually gonna help create a little bit of a gapping effect, which makes it so that the bones don't run into each other, but you're actually able to glide back and forth a lot more freely. Last piece to all this is make sure that you integrate this throughout your entire workout. You want to make sure that whether or not you're squatting or lunging or deadlifting or performing any sort of lower body exercise, you want to make sure that you're keeping that tripod foot, you're keeping your knees off to the sides, not collapsing in, and you want to just be aware of it throughout the process. The more you're cognizant of your foot positioning, your ankle positioning, and your knee positioning, the more it's going to be a lot more locked in and a lot more ingrained. All the foot stability drills, all the ankle mobility drills aren't going to help correct anything or address anything if you constantly perform your exercises in a collapsed arch, knee collapsed in posture. So that's it for today. I hope this video helped you out. If it did, please hit that little thumbs up icon below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, peace, love, and muscles.